sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last party of the weekend. I'm your host for this trip. My name is Chris Burnett, and I know everyone's used to me kicking it here to James Smiley and to Holly Ann Bird, because that's a normal thing that we do up in this pool, but that is not what we are going to do today. Holly Ann is at a graduation, and James's mom broke down in Utah. And somebody's already, Ming Chin's already in the chat. He's ruining the surprise, because I have a couple of regular guests in this pool. One would be Billy Belmont, so let me unmute him.
Hey guys, it's your boy Billy.
Nice. And
today's show. No, go ahead.
Yeah, and then we have a new person on TikTok. She is at Alex Nicolette.
Hey, I'm Alex.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You're on.
I'm on. My first time on the show that I've been watching for years.
Yeah.
So excited. Thank you.
I don't know. Has it been years?
I would say at least 4 years.
Oh, my gravy.
When I first met you.
Oh, my gravy. It's been that long?
Right? Just as a listener, though. As a fan.
Oh, wow. And Billy Belmont all the way from D.C. How's the District of Columbia?
It's great. I would say that there's definitely a weather thing going on, whereas it's cold, which is holding up what we like to call Cicada 2021. Cicada Apocalypse 2021. So what's going to happen is, like, every 17 years, this brood X of like species of cicadas, because in Mexico we have them every year. You can hear them in the trees, and usually when it's really hot, you can kind of hear them just being loud shits. But every 17 years, the last one was in 2004, is when a trillion of these freaking bugs come out of the ground and pretty much just take over the city. Like, birds will just fucking eat, and dogs and cats.
Birds are like living in heaven at that point, right?
Oh yeah, so it's pretty much where they stuff themselves silly and then just pretty much just walk around and just being fat, and it's a good time for animals. And I don't know, there was this 2004 article in the New York Times that I found. They called the cicadas the shrimp of the land.
Oh.
And so here I am, I love shrimp, and shrimp is essentially a bug, right?
Yeah.
So it's cicadas are hollow. I found that out. So if you can pull their head off, you can just look inside them, and it's less goo like you would find from, say, caterpillar or a beetle, for example, or a cockroach. How you step on a cockroach and you see the little goo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We did find some. These creatures are very stupid, and they'll just kind of just walk up to you.
You are so stupid.
They're clumsy, and it's one of those safety in numbers. So a trillion will come out, and then maybe a couple million will actually get to mate, and then they start the cycle again another 17 years from now.
Oh wow!
But from what I understand, in the South and where actually we are in DC is the hardest hit by the cicadas, whereas you can't. I walk or scoot everywhere, and so it's one of those things where you're not going to be able to avoid to step on them.
When you said scoot, I feel I pictured in my mind when a dog itches its butt, it's all scooting across the carpet. I walk or I scoot around DC, and they're like, "Oh God, look at that man! And he's just scooting on his butt across the town."
I would say that scooting my electric scooter, like we know those razor scooters you see like little
Yeah.
kids have. Well, they have electric ones of those,
Mhm.
like kind of like you can rent one from like downtown, like we used to be able to.
Right.
And those I've used to rent them too, and the hold on, there's like a party going on behind me, so you can hear. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
it's one of those you can rent them out, but the top speed on these things is like 12 miles per hour, which can seem kind of fast if you're just like a little kid or just on like the sidewalk.
Right.
But mine goes like 21 miles per hour. So you imagine
That's what
Wow.
my electric skateboard does.
you're gonna go 21 miles per hour on a skateboard.
Yeah. It's a longboard, but like it's the same. I mean, you have handlebars, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, when you hit like a hole or something, how does it feel?
It's I had bad pain in my hand because I've never ridden a scooter before this, and
Yeah.
like electric scooter, and I've fallen 3 times, so I do grip
Ooh.
handlebars in a way that
Mhm.
it's probably not good for like my tendons in my hand, but now I've learned to loosen up and the pain's gone. But like,
I don't have handlebars.
oh yeah, yeah.
It's just
And you're
my-
going 21 miles per hour.
yeah, and I've not crashed yet.
Oh, I actually crashed like the other day.
Oh, gravy.
Ouch.
And it's so beautiful here, like so green, and so I'm distracted by a lot of things, especially in nature. Like I always call it I'm scooting by the Kamala's house because I work by the observatory, the Naval Observatory. So
Okay.
I'm on Massachusetts Avenue. Like there's this long like stretch of embassies, and it's just wilderness too. And you get caught up like looking at the pretty stuff around, and I just looked behind me, and then sure enough, I got off the sidewalk
Mhm.
and then fell over.
Well, we have
And-
some. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, wear a helmet because every
yeah.
single time I've bumped my head.
Oh,
And
damn.
if I didn't have a helmet, I probably would have been concussed in some way.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
That's
And then
awful.
we like we're one to now like go out is we go to like outdoor bars with like a patio seating and whatnot, but we don't go but we like to go to parks, and so like, and of course you can drink in the parks, it's kind of nice. And then last night had a couple and tried to scoot down like this steep sidewalk in the park,
Mhm.
and ate shit too, and now
Oh.
I fucked up my shoulder.
Does Shelby also scoot or just you?
Oh no, I tried to get her to scoot, but she's super.
She's unscootable. Well,
Yeah.
we have some business to take care of real quick, Billy. So
Mhm.
this is Alex's first time in the studio. So she has to do a shot of the Malort, which she has never done, which I thought she had. And she was nice enough not to lie and say, oh, I've done that.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Never
To be
had it.
honest. So, and Billy's had this. Billy knows what's about to happen.
Oh yeah, I had that in Chicago for the first
Yeah.
time.
So let me pull this to the solo real quick. So Alex, how do you feel about this? What do you think is about to happen?
I'm excited because you talk
Yeah.
about it all the time. We were actually
Mhm.
downtown, I think Wednesday or Thursday, and you were talking about it with some strangers we met,
Yeah.
and so I'm excited, but I'm not quite sure what to expect. I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah.
infamous with you, so
All right.
Same.
So but you already know that the first taste is not what you're going to get. Everybody's always like, that wasn't so bad. And then they go, and then like 3 seconds later, they're like, whoa. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to do kind of mine as full screen so you guys can see us. Here we go. I got a bigger shot than you do.
thank you for that.
So to the COVID ending.
COVID ending, yes.
Oh yeah. Let's see Alex's face here.
Let's see. Honestly,
Oh,
yeah, like 3 seconds after that,
yeah, it's right there.
when I first tasted, I'm like, okay, it's
It's
not
not
that bad,
Nope.
but 3 seconds, like clockwork.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I need to wash it down with something else.
that didn't help. It doesn't do a damn thing.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And it's okay. So is this like a new tradition?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Anytime someone's in
tradition.
the studio, yeah. And I have to order it from Chicago. Like I found a place where I can order it online, and I have to order it. And it's so funny because like when our friend Tiff, I met her boyfriend this weekend, and he's from Chicago. And I was like, you know about Malort then? And he goes, oh, yeah, I have a bottle at my house. And I was like, I have a bottle at my house. And he was like, no way. And like we just like bonded all of a sudden, and then we started talking about wrestling, and now we're more friends. It's like great. So Billy, how open is the world there?
Well, it's gonna be open. I think It's gonna be open. I mean, there's still we just lifted the if you're vaccinated, you can take off your mask.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Also, I think it's July 20th or June 20th, where like, because we still have restrictions as far as like capacity goes for like restaurants and
right.
So we still have those, but there's a day that's going to be lifted. I think it's June 20th, and New York City is going to be like the 19th. So that's like no restrictions. Like it's like COVID never happened.
So here they so CDC on Thursday said vaccinated people no longer have to wear masks. By Friday afternoon, the governor was like, okay, cool, agreed. And I mean, it doesn't even feel like there's restriction.
Well, I was at, I don't know what it's called now, but like St. Clair's, the restaurant today, and DH Lacombe's.
Two Cranes?
No, that's across the parking lot. But it used to be like St. Clair's Winery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you didn't have to wear a mask in there if you had your vaccine, but they still couldn't have tables larger than 6.
Really?
That hadn't been lifted yet, and they were ready for it, but that was one thing that they said they were told they couldn't adapt to. So I thought that was interesting.
Because I was at the United game yesterday, and there was 8,000 people there. And they were like, you can only buy tickets in pods of 4 when we originally bought them weeks ago. But like, literally, we're sitting in a row, and there's people sitting in front of us, and there's people sitting behind us. So I don't know what that and there's 8,000 people in that stadium. There was literally no. I mean, you're not social distancing at that point. I'm sorry, you're not. So I felt like, I mean, I took video of it. You can go on my Instagram, and there's like fucking. I'm like looking across, and you can't see gaps in the crowd.
Wow.
And I was like, all right,
Wow.
And like we were just out downtown. I'm like, we should do this. We were. I'll point this way. We were downtown, and I mean, there's people all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's full. So I mean, it's not full open, but it's as close as you can get.
Yeah. That's the way it is here. I think on 18th and 19th Street, like we live like pretty much a block away from the Adams Morgan kind of heart of Adams Morgan bar scene.
Old Adams Morgan.
And yeah, there's definitely still like patio seating, but like I said, like once these, I think June 20th, they can all come inside, so no need for all this like patio seating. Like they shut off one of the lanes on 19th Street just so they can have like outdoor seating for like
Wow.
Well, we did so Friday night we went to a movie. And
right.
Yeah, what we were able to do, so 2 weeks ago the only movie theater that was open was in Santa Fe. This is like 2 weeks ago. And so our friend Marty, it was like kind of his birthday wish was to go, like they were like, oh, in Santa Fe you can rent out a theater and we can all go and we can like each pay and then like be the only people in the theater. Well, then as like the 2 weeks went on, all of a sudden everybody's like, you know what? The theater opened over here off the freeway, the big 16, right? Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, like earlier in the week, they're like, oh shit, the place that we found was downtown. Like we can rent it out downtown. It was like $120. And I think you could have 20 people.
Holy shit! Like you said, downtown Albuquerque?
Yeah, we did the one right next to Tucanos. $120, and we watched the movie Nobody. Which is fucking fantastic, by the way. I'll tell people this: if you haven't seen the movie Nobody, because here's what I thought the movie Nobody was about. I thought it was Bob Odenkirk was like just a regular guy, and he got thrust into some weird situation, and he has to fight his way out, and learn how to be a tough guy. Nope. It is Bob Odenkirk as John Wick.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I need to check that out.
It's badass.
I've never heard of it.
It is badass. Bob Odenkirk as John Wick.
I love that movie theater too. Like, it actually took me forever to figure out, like, what was that Brazilian restaurant?
Yeah,
now you said Tucanos, and I was like, oh, I love that place so much.
So it was funny because, like, I don't understand what's going on, Billy. We're in like bizarro world, right? You're gonna understand this, like, or you're gonna hear what I say, and you're gonna be like, oh shit. So like everywhere you go, like if you go to the bar, everything is like a $1 to $2 more expensive, you know. And I get that because like of that big like boat that like got stuck in the fucking Suez Canal and all that shit because so everything's going up in price, blah 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 blah, right? Mm-hmm. So get it. Also, COVID's ending and they got to kind of make up the money, blah blah blah. So it's also bizarre world, Billy. So we go to the movie theater, and the guy's like, "Would you like a popcorn?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want the largest bucket you have, the big fucking you know the one we get."
Oh yeah, the one I would take like the little like the free refill one.
Yeah. So I get that, and then I get a large cherry cola, and I go up to pay, and they're like, "That'll be $11.50."
That's cheap.
And I'm like, $11.50, and I look over at the sign, and the largest bucket of popcorn is $6.50.
What?
And I'm like, what planet is this? Like everywhere else, everything goes up, and at the movie theater, like, you know what? Everybody's really taking a blast with this money. Let's go down. You know, let's be cheaper. Like I was expecting like $18 or $19, right?
Yeah. Wow. I was like, that's cheap.
I had to like double check shit. I was like, it's am I in the right place? Is there something wrong with you? You know, like
yeah. Is this
I got the popcorn and the soda. You know,
this is 2000, year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I used to work at the downtown movie theater in high school.
Oh yeah.
And I would get told off on a regular basis, just because the prices were so expensive. I'd get told off every single, shift.
Yeah.
And like the young kids or whatever, we'd be like, telling their parents, like, it's not this lady's fault. Like, don't get mad at her. But I mean, I had stuff thrown at me, like,
oh, wow.
because stuff was so expensive. But I'm like, you're going to buy it.
Right. You're going to eat the fucking shit. So
you
then
worked at the downtown 14?
I did in high school.
So that's tight.
I like that theater, man.
I love
it too.
So then I kept doing this. So since it was like just everyone that was in the theater, I knew them. I kept doing that thing where I was like, would you like some popcorn? And I had it like right over my penis. So I was like, just dig on down in there. It's in there. I swear to God, the popcorn. No, but like I was telling everybody, I was like, they're all excited. They're like, we're going to watch a movie in a theater. And I was like, you know what, guys, as soon as the lights go off, I'm going to throw up right here on the floor. Just ruin everything.
Oh my gosh.
Stink it up.
Shelby's vaccine is coming next week, her second. So after that, we're going to movie theaters. And the thing about how it's gonna feel weird. Like, it actually does feel weird because now like all those mask mandates are lifted as far as people who are vaccinated. But also, again, you can not vaccinated and not wear a mask. No one's gonna give you shit.
Well, everyone here. So I got in a big fight with our friends on our text chat, and I don't really usually air out this kind of stuff. But everybody's like, well, I don't like. I was like, the governor lifted. She agreed with the CDC, and she lifted the mask mandate. And our friends were like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, well, we got to kind of follow what the science says, right? And then they're like, well, what about all these people that don't want to wear their masks and like and don't want to get a vaccine? And I was like, well, from what Fauci said, and the CDC is, if you're vaccinated, then you can stand next to somebody who has it and not worry. And they're like, so basically what you're saying is they've given up and said, people who don't want to get vaccines or wear masks, if you get it, it's your problem. And then I was like, yep. And they're like, wow. I'm like, yeah.
I have a question. So, and next to Alex's name, is her mic off?
Mm-hmm. Because it's a separate computer. So I don't want that. I don't want that. So like, watch, talk.
What up?
See, it all goes through my thing.
I see.
This is just for see watch. Look, my hand. Yeah, it's just for camera. Yeah. But yeah, like you can see, like here. You want to see something, Billy?
Yeah.
I'll let me make myself solo real quick. So here's so far the 10 Drink Minimum Studios. It's like you've got like a couch right there. See, it's got stuff on it. Alex is right there. See, you've got some soundproofing. See, and then there's a large television with you on the screen. Usually, And then there's like a whole back area back there with my bike and other stuff. And then like my skateboard's on the wall, proofing, more soundproofing. See? And then
And the old fridge. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I missed that fridge.
It's all here, man. So I've got a whole studio now. I mean, ask Alex, how badass is this?
It's great. So I think when I came to see your house for the first time, maybe like a month ago, we came back here.
Yeah.
I mean, and there was, I think storage. There wasn't a lot back
Right,
there. So I was super, just not. I thought we were going to be inside. And when we came back to the studio, I was not expecting to. You already have this setup going. So I'm just super excited to see how it continues to transition into
right.
like Albuquerque's like premier podcast studio.
But
Well, that's
no, it's
funny.
more like-
Let me pull everybody back in here. So like it's
I would've-
really weird. Go ahead.
I would have chosen the John Cena music.
Oh yeah. Right. Well, no, dude. So I got to tell you, last night we're at the United game, right, and we won 3-1. It was the first time back in the stadium in like 500 and something days. The crowd was lit,
But
and they came in like we're getting ready for the game, and all of a sudden this like old hair metal starts playing over the loudspeaker, right? And I'm like, what in the hell is this? And all of a sudden it gets to the chorus and it's like, United, 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 we stand. And it's like, United, we will never fall. And it's like Judas Priest, right? And I'm like, dude, this is fucking dope, right? And I like Shazam it. And then I did that on my Instagram thing today because I had Marty take a picture where I have my like New Mexico bracelet on and I've got like the flag and I'm holding it up, because the United gave us a flag when we went in. The first 2,000 people got a new flag, and it was a thank you to all of the frontline workers. And it was like, and it named them all, and it's all in the shape of the state. So I have like the flag in my hand, and you can see the bracelet, and I have that song playing over it in my Instagram story. And it's just like, yeah, like I was up to doing my air conditioner today, and I was like, United, 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 we stand. I was just so excited,
I love that song.
Yeah. And I'm like, someone from Albuquerque needs to cover that song for the United. I think it would be dope. But I don't know if they could do it as good as Judas Priest. I don't know. I just don't know.
So I think I've told you this, like a funny story. So I, in high school, one of my really good friends, she never told me what her dad did. I just know he didn't live here. And then like a couple years later,
I just knew he was not here.
Like I would guess about it. She would get like backstage tickets to every concert anywhere pretty much in the world. And I would be like, what's your dad do? And she like wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell anybody. And then finally she was like, I don't like to tell people, but she's like, my dad is in Judas Priest, all that stuff. And so I was so used to like seeing them like in leather, heavy metal, all this stuff. And then he came to town one day, because he's from England. And she's like, do you want to have dinner with us? I'm like, sure. Like, this is going to be great. Like the most proper English gentleman I have ever met. I'm just like, I forget. I think it was like a persona they put on, it was like, the most, proper
He's
English
like, hello,
gentleman.
love. Who's this bed?
Pretty much. Cardigan, the duck shoes, his glasses around his neck, and put them on to read the menu.
Oh, wow.
Great guy. But
That's
I guess, and then I thought about it. I was like, well, did I expect him to walk into Papa Do's and like leather chaps and like a chain necklace? I don't know what I was thinking.
Spikes on his fist.
Yeah.
And he's like, United.
Who's this bird?
Who's this bird? Yeah,
That's not a proper gentleman.
he's on my Gulliver hurts. Give me a liquor.
This New Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah. What kind of drinking you guys got here? No, that would have been amazing. That would have been fantastic, though. That's so crazy, though. And what's he do in the band? Like, what's his, like, he's a guitar player?
So he was one of the original founding members, the bassist, Ian Hill.
Oh, bassist.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding. We like to call those a real dandy.
They're real. Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
No, but my friend would tell me, growing up in like that industry as a child, being backstage at all of her dad's concerts and just all the people she met, but as a child, you just don't know until I think she got older, she was saying, and then she started like piecing it all together of what her dad actually did. I'm like, my mom, she works in HR. I'm like, that's cool.
She figured out what her dad did. It's called cocaine. I'm just kidding. I don't know if they do. Judas Priest, please don't beat me up. Or Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden.
And so your
Good
friend is from Albuquerque?
So I think she was born in England. I don't know, but she grew up in Albuquerque. She actually lives in England now. Went there, I think it was after high school.
Oh wow.
So yeah, lost touch with her. Social media friends. But her mom was from the States, and I met her dad. I don't remember what the story was, but yeah, she grew up here. Would see her dad a couple of times
Oh,
a
wow.
year, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, so guess who did the national anthem at the United game yesterday?
Who?
The girl from The Voice from Farmington.
Oh,
Won
sick.
the Voice.
Yeah.
Dude, and so we were like, so if you're in Isotope Stadium, we were like 10 rows up from home plate, right? So she comes over, and they were like, she had a handler, which is like my goal in life is to always have a handler. Like that is like people are like, my goal in life is to like make this much money or make this that. Mine is like just to have a handler, just so I don't have to think about life. They can just direct me. So her handler directs her over right by us, and this little girl ran up to talk to her. And she's a little girl. She's tiny. She's like fucking 5 foot, maybe, and super young. But she belted that shit out like nobody's business. And so Marty's like, she's from Farmington. I was like, I know. I thought Billy would have won The Voice from Farmington.
Chanel Shepherd. That's her name. That's who it is, right?
That's her name. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's from Farmington, yes, but more like La Plata.
No.
So it's just like you don't. If you're from La Plata, you wish you were from Farmington.
Oh, is La Plata worse?
No, it's just like that highway between. There's like two ways to go to Durango, so it's almost to Colorado. Like
I was gonna say, like she's from the ghettos of Farmington, La Plata. You wish you could eat at the Chili's in Farmington.
no, like if you ever could take it to Farmington, La Plata is like this tiny like. It has like a gas station, I guess.
Oh wow. So that's kind of even more impressive because Farmington's like 80,000 people. Yeah.
I remember when it was 30,000 people. If it's 80 now, holy smokes.
No, I don't know. What is Farmington now?
Okay, Google. What's the population of Farmington, New Mexico?
I'd be surprised if it's 80,000.
Population of Farmington was 45,258.
45,200.
Okay, so it's like Clovis.
Yeah.
I'm from the mean streets and ghettos of Clovis myself, so I get it. Oh, did you see, by any way, shape, or form, what happened in Portales, New Mexico yesterday?
No.
It flooded.
Well, yeah, but like
no, like worse than anything you and I ever like a river. Like it looks like people posted videos. I'll send them to you. People posted videos, and it looks like a river running through this town that Billy and I went to college at.
I remember like living on K Street.
Hold on, I can pull it up.
And I can tell you that one day I could not get, I'd say like because you know how like Portales houses are like kind of lifted up, like because there's no drainage whatsoever.
Right, because they're not used to that.
So you had to go up maybe like 2 or 3 steps to get actually to on my porch. There's always like a porch, Portales, you know.
Yeah.
And then, so like it was up almost to like where our door was.
Wow.
And I never got into the house, but yeah, it was definitely like if I walked down to the lawn, there was like definitely water up like halfway to like my knee and my like middle of my shins, like middle of my calf. I'm sorry.
Oh no, this is worse.
Really?
Yeah. Let me. Is that the one? That's not the one I want. Okay. Yeah, they sent me multiple videos of this, and I was like, "Wow, are you fucking kidding?" There it is. So let me pull this up. Like it's bad. Let's see here. Share. Okay. No. Yeah.
No, but just driving through those streets, because they had like this old like 1970s like Chevy truck, and it.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Let me.
That's hail.
Yeah, hail as well.
Wow.
So this is the first one. Like when I started driving through that shit. That's the first one.
So they're on the roof of the dog or the doghouse.
Yeah.
Come out there, drink right now.
That's the first one, yeah. And then, actually, that might have been the second one. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. This is the one that I was like, holy shit. Can you still see it?
I can see it.
Hold on, it's popping up, yeah. It may take a second. There we go. Yeah, this is nuts right here. Like, I was like, holy shit, that looks like a river.
And
Yeah.
that's, well, like, it's tornado season. I
Yeah,
want to say
look at
it starts.
Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah. That's Portales. Like, that's literally like 3 hours from us. We got no rain at all. Like, we got none rain.
Wow.
That was this weekend.
It was yesterday. We got none rain out of this. I was like, holy shit. And then they sent me a third video. Like, for people who are listening, it's like the cars are driving and it's like up to the motor. So here's the third one someone sent me.
Were they expecting this storm?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they were like, it's going to rain. But like,
Funny story about actually where this this video
Look
was
at this.
taken.
Wow.
I can't see it.
well, you can't?
Oh yeah, it's on.
Oh, it's not? Oh, all right, hold on.
But no, like funny story about like probably about because right there is something different grill.
Yeah.
And so right behind that, like a block over, is when I went to my first tornado party.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
so you go like because I lived in a trailer like outside of Portales,
what?
and it was one of those like, oh, the sirens are blaring, so we have to go somewhere.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
All right, here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like a river, dude. Like, I don't ever remember that. Like,
Yeah, I don't remember that.
ditch and fucking rivers like washing the car away,
Oh gosh.
and it's like the fire department's trying to save their ass, and it doesn't rain there, so it's like, yeah, I'm like you. Like, I remember like there was tornado cellars in the dormitories. Do you remember that?
Yes, but I
Eddie
didn't go
Hall
to
had
those.
it, yeah. Oh yeah. You didn't go to those parties?
No, it was just like somebody had a basement, and then like, we have to go
Mhm.
there.
Like you kind of know who has a basement. That's right. I forgot
Mhm.
about that.
So this
And-
may be like sorry.
Go for it.
So this might be like an ignorant question. Is you guys have like these tornado parties or like tornado warnings in basements? Is that because like where you guys were at in the state and
Yeah.
it's more flat? And,
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to like why we didn't get those here. I'm born and raised here, so
First of all, Alex, dumbest question I've ever been asked.
Oh my God,
Fucking
Alex!
Tyler.
How dare you?
how
Yeah.
dare I
Yeah.
know. I'm just so sheltered
First
here
of
in
all,
Albuquerque.
First of all, that's ignorant.
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 No,
no.
That's actually a great. No, it's super flat. Like, it's so funny because like when my friend was like, I'm moving back to Oklahoma to live with my grandma, and I was like, have you ever lived in Oklahoma? And she's like, no. I was like, you're gonna hate it. And she's like, how do you know? I was like, I lived in Clovis. Clovis is Oklahoma. And so then years later, we have this COVID outbreak, and everybody's clamoring for a vaccine that wants it, and I'm talking about our friend Steph. So she drove for the first shot. She drove to Clovis to get the first shot.
Wow.
But sure shit, she's in Clovis, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is where you're from?" She's like, "This looks just like Oklahoma." I was like, "I told you, it's just like Oklahoma. It's like super flat, trucks everywhere, restaurants that only serve like fried food, pretty much." I was like, and so like the 2 weeks. So I moved here 14 years ago. 2 weeks before I moved, 7 tornadoes hit Clovis.
Wow.
7. And like we lived in Portales, so it was 18 miles away. They had to close the road between Portales and Clovis because it picked up cows at the dairy and splashed them all over the fucking ground. Yeah, you just kind of get used to tornadoes,
Okay. I remember like growing up, my mom telling me, I think in 89, there was a tornado warning here in Albuquerque. And that was
Yeah.
like the last official tornado
Right.
warning. And it happened to be during the state fair time. So they like pushed everybody underground in like the tunnels that they have from the parking lot.
They dug tunnels with their switchblades.
Pretty much. Yes. You know that state fair.
I know the state fair well.
I don't know.
No, that's-
It rains here, but it's one of those rains like, oh, this is really freaking heavy. It's like have you ever been in like a hailstorm or like just like a tornado like alley? Like remember, it rains all the time,
Right.
but you got to think like this is like nothing compared to New Mexico.
Dude, we're so used to that. Like it rains, but like it rains for like 10 minutes, but like you get the same amount of rain like Seattle gets in a day. But like a couple weeks ago, we did have like a slow, nice Seattle rain, and it was like weird. I was like, this is weird.
That
Started
happens
like
all the time
noon-
here.
It started like noon, went to like 8 o'clock at night. I was like, what's going on here? Are we gonna die? Like I'm just ready. I like, and like people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm used to it just like and then like you go outside to see like what tree limbs are broken or like if it dented your car in or
We did have some heavy wind here
ooh.
and like 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that was
Fancy.
the first extreme weather I experienced here in DC.
Oh. Okay. Would you guys get like hurricanes? Yeah.
Yeah, there was like when I first was doing research on what the weather would be.
And by
like here.
hurricanes, I mean like a big fat man jumps up and down in the wrestling ring and then he jumps onto your chest as you lay on the ground.
Yeah, you
The
know,
hurricane.
there was definitely like a hurricane on, like in, you know, it hits the coast. Like we're actually really far from the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, are
So-
you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we live in the like this little whatever, I can't remember, was it some bay, and so like the Potomac and the Anacostia go into this bay. But if you go further east,
Yeah.
there's Delaware, and that's where the real beaches are. Like
Do
in
they
Virginia?
Do they still have Delaware Punch around there?
I'm gonna have to research that. I have never heard of that.
I used to drink that when I was a little kid. It's called Delaware Punch, and that's how I learned about the state of Delaware when I was a little kid because I liked it. it was like Hawaiian Punch, but it was called Delaware Punch. It was in a can. So you guys, so then you're saying you have like bays, so you do have like so you can go to like a beach.
Yes.
But it's not
That's not the ocean. Yeah, like there's I want to say the name of the bay. I think I know what it's called, but I'm gonna say it and like, Billy, you're totally fucking wrong.
I thought you said Chesapeake. Is that not right?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I think it is that.
I know Chesapeake Bay. I mean, I've never been there, but I've heard of it.
Am I right? Because I don't have my phone on me. I actually tried.
Okay, well I can pull it up. So you're saying like the place? Let's see, Washington, BC.
And
Well,
it's
now
like,
that everything's getting lifted, I think it might not be too long before I go there.
hell yeah.
So how far are you from it? Are you talking like around Alexandria?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like down south, to
yeah.
the east.
The Potomac River.
Yeah, and it goes into what bay?
Oh, hold on, it's pretty far. Still going. Chesapeake Bay.
Thank God. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna be like, did you say Chesapeake Bay? Did you say that? Are you sticking with that?
Is that your final answer? Because you sound very ignorant
You
right
sound
now.
fucking dumb. Just kidding.
But Chris, it's been like, you think like I've lived here for almost 2 years,
You have.
and that I would definitely like at least have gone to Baltimore or like gone to
Right.
New York City.
But
But
you can't.
COVID happened. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I think I've gone to like Virginia Beach or something, and it's just right down, like a few hours away, and you rent a car, and do some shit, but I can't.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I got my second vaccine.
Oh, hold on. Why are these weird guys in this car chat? Twitch troll, get off of here. So question, Billy. So you've gotten both of yours.
Yes.
Which ones?
I am Pfizer.
Ooh, damn, that's tough. Eek. And Shelby?
Moderna.
That's tougher. Man, this war is going to be tough. It's going to be tough on a lot of families. It's going to be tough on a lot of families. Because I myself am Moderna Mafia.
Oh, you're Moderna?
Yeah, and you're Pfizer. But you're not Johnson and Johnson, the double guns. Yeah, I live downtown, man. We're all gangs, man. We're all gangs, bro.
I
Oh, we
definitely.
lost Alex.
I definitely just glad people are getting vaccinated, and it's even one of those things. Like I work in an environment where most of us are vaccinated. DC tends to be like more progressive than other parts of the country, so
Yeah.
everyone here is all about getting their shit together. And even then, like I would say, like
do you know what percentage you guys are at?
I don't know. It's actually not as the percentage is way better in New Mexico than it is in DC.
Yeah, we're at
actually.
like 50. We're at 52 full.
Mhm.
52% people fully vaccinated.
Wow.
And then 60 something are at least one. And when we hit 60% of people fully vaccinated, we're going to open.
Oh, so you don't have a date then, like we do.
No.
It's
And
just that process.
Jeanette, it's supposed to be one of those things where this date is set, and it's going to be the biggest party in DC. From what I understand.
Yeah, like you know who's going to be there? John Cena. You know how you'll know? You won't because you can't see him.
No, I definitely like, especially my coworkers. It's one of those things. Like I say, like the mayor definitely has has said that you can definitely, if you're fully vaccinated, you have to wear the mask mandate. Is if you vaccinate, take off your goddamn mask.
I'm with Shelby. We're Team Dolly. It's called the Moderna Mafia, dog. Someone's like, I'm Johnson and Johnson. I was like, what's up, Claudie? They were like, wow. I was like, I'm just messing with you.
Oh God, you stop hearing about that too. I bet they paid to like have that shit just like
Expunged.
do not mention Johnson and Johnson as far as the vaccine goes. You don't hear about it anymore.
Johnson and Johnson, the double J's. Yeah, it's so funny because like Inside Out's open and Launchpad and El Real, and so like I fuck with those guys and we all throw our gang signs. We're all, and then we're probably all gonna get shot because I real gang, because we live in Albuquerque. But oh man, so I got to go see. Now this will make you excited, Billy. So Friday night we got done with the movie. We walked down and we got to go watch Russian Girlfriends play at Launchpad. This happened. Got to be in Launchpad. Got to hug Brian Banks. Got to hug Weber, Paul, the DJ Paul.
Yeah.
Wears his leather jacket whether it's cold or hot. Hugged Ian, and oh my God, it was just fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I hate to sit here and be just like, these are the amazing things I got to do in my life, but like, then Joe was the bartender with Barney, so I go in the bathroom and I come out and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Joe, you guys been closed for a year. You guys couldn't clean that bathroom one time. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm just kidding. It's like
that pool of piss has been there this entire year.
I was like, has that pool of piss been there? Has it been there? There's Coke on the toilet still, bro. Jesus, man.
It was a good night when they walk into that bathroom and like someone's pissed all over the floor.
Pissed everywhere, pissed on the walls, and you're like, what? Why? I'll tell you this. So I'm at Inside Out with Alex, and I go to the bathroom. It's full. It's like full. There's a bunch of people in there. It's full. And I come out of the bathroom, and these two women are fighting, and they have each other by the hair and the collar, and they're like dragging each other around. And used to back in the day, I'd be like, come on. And then like I found myself, I was like, oh, we're healing. We're back. Like there's a fight. There's a fight happening. Oh my gosh. So yesterday, right? I'm getting ready. I'm like, oh, I only have like 2 hours before I have to go to get to Tammy's house. So before we go to the United, I better go to the grocery store. I need to get cat food. I need to do adult things. I need to get food so that I can have food for the week. So I drive over and like I have my quarters. I put them in the fucking thing so I don't get a ticket because it's still Saturday. I go into the Silver Market. I grab a shopping cart. I'm like, I know I have multiple items, so I need a shopping cart. And all of a sudden, I see like, one of the workers and the security guard talking to a guy. And they're like, yeah, man, you know, we saw you doing stuff. And the guy's like, saw me doing what? And they're like, well, you were bending down, you were picking up this, and you were picking up this. And he's like, yeah, because I was looking at the small one, and I was looking at the big one. And they're like, well, you know, you've got your backpack. And he's like, okay. And then they're like, and then the dude's like, you know what, dude? You're acting real defensive right now. And he's like, no, I'm acting disrespected. And I'm like, oh wow, this is fucking drama. I'm like, God, I got a time crunch. I got to get shit. So I keep going, and I'm like picking up shit. I'm like, okay, some soup. And I'm over by like the ice creams, and I just hear, fuck you, and tackle and blam into shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I run with my shopping cart, like I'm running like through the store. I get there. I was like, I can't miss this shit. I get there, and the worker has full MMA mount on the guy.
Damn.
He is punching him in the fucking head,
Wow.
bouncing his head off of the floor. Right? And I'm like, holy shit. And the security guard and two other workers are trying to drag the worker guy off. And they finally get him off. And he's like, I told you not to put hands on me, man. And then I was like, we're back, guys. We're healing. This is healing, right? We're here. And like finally, like the dude gets up, and apparently the guy that was punching him, I don't think he punches very hard, because the dude gets up and he's like, you broke my sunglasses. Like, and I'm like, you got hit in the face. Like, I saw the dude get hit in the face like at least 8 times. And I'm like, you broke, like, either you're on adrenaline or you're on something else. And he's like, you need to get out of the store. He's like, nah, I'm waiting for the cops to show up. I'm getting paid. And he's like trying to piece his sunglasses together and shit. And I'm just like, man, only in Albuquerque would I just go to the goddamn grocery store and just see like a fucking ass kicking like right then and there. So I text everyone in our tech friend group, and then like they're like, did you stay and be a witness? I was like, I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see who it, you know, I just fucking I ran up when I heard the commotion and watched the beating. And sure enough, 2 hours later, our friend Tiff's like, we went to Silver and there was a fight outside of Silver. And I'm just
wow.
like, good God. And then I went to Inside Out after the game. And they're like, dude, you should have been here an hour early. We had to throw a guy out. And I was like, what? And this dude, no shit, no lie, flips out on the bartenders because they served women before they served him.
Whoa.
And he was like,
What?
you know how much you've disrespected me? And they're like, no. And he's like, you served women before you served me. And our good friends Josh and Brandon were like, if that's how you feel, finish your drink up and then get the fuck out. And I guess they had to bring down the bouncers and kick his ass out.
Wow.
So I don't know what was going on yesterday, but we're healing. We're back, Albuquerque.
We're back.
Ooh, these yuppies don't know what they're in for. Because we have this influx of like this yuppie contingent now, man. It's like,
Oh
these
yeah.
people moving in, and they're like you know Stella from Gun Save. Some yuppie lady tried to tell her at the dog park that she was treating her dog like she was like disrespecting their dog park with her dog. And she's like, first of all, I've lived in this neighborhood my whole life. I don't know who you are, and get your yuppie ass out of my face.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Love Stella.
First of all, fuck you. You know. First of all, who do you think you are? But yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I don't know. I'm ready for the second hour because I think we need to talk about Alex's TikTok and her dating life.
Oh yeah.
I'm all
That's
for
what-
it. I
that's what
have
I'm-
stories.
That's what I'm here for.
So Billy, you're a TikToker, yeah?
I'm following the trends. Like I actually have to explain things to Shelby because she's
Okay.
she's a millennial, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm worse.
And so like I have to explain to her these trends and like what things mean, and she
Okay.
doesn't know, you know.
I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Like Alex is like, dude, you have like 14,000,
Almost 13,000
13,000
Mhm.
followers on TikTok,
in less than a year.
and I think that's good, right? I don't know. Is that great or is that
That's
good? I don't know.
That's pretty good. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's famous.
There you go. So yeah, so Billy, you know how like we would be like out and people would recognize us. It's
Mhm.
happening to Alex now.
It is.
Hell yeah.
There,
It is.
there. I'll do this.
That's one tease for the next hour.
Yeah. So okay. So like this weird thing happened. Like so like during COVID, I'm doing shows and I'm doing like all these like weird like little random shows and stuff. So Alex and I were talking. I was like, she's like, what do you think it's going to be like when COVID ends? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be more famous now or less famous. I can't tell because like too many people. So the market's become saturated. Everybody does. There's so many people that do this now. There's so many people that we know that do this now. It's like all over the place, right? So then the world's kind of opened up in like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I would say 3 weeks.
What do you think? So how do you feel like that conversation of now?
So that conversation we had a few months ago of how how it's going to be. There was
Yeah.
before COVID,
Right.
people would recognize you. We'd be out. Everywhere we went, at least one person knew you.
Right.
I would say it's
Yeah.
you become more local famous.
Yeah. And then today it was kind of nuts, man.
It was not just one person that we were used to. It was the two places we went,
Yeah.
and multiple people coming up to you,
Right.
and they know you, and it's been happening for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Somebody coming up to you, talking about different
That guy
things.
coming out of the kitchen to bring me stickers was like what the fuck?
Yeah.
he was like I wanted to bring you stickers for my podcast. I
So
was like, okay.
definitely think
Yeah.
life is going to be different after COVID.
And then
for
he
you.
started asking me questions about like how to fix his podcast, and I was like, oh, all right, like hit me up, like we're eating, so like hit me up on social media and I'll help you out. Yeah, that was weird, man. That was a weird shit.
Yeah, and I guess before I
Yeah.
would say it was weird, but I think because it's already been happening to you,
Yeah.
I don't even know if maybe you have to find a new word to describe it because it's like a way of life for you now.
Well, but it's turning in. We'll tease this for a second now. It's like turning into a way of life for you now.
It is, and so
That's why you're on the show, because like before you wouldn't do this. You were like, I don't know about this. I don't want
No.
my face on screen, and then now here you are.
yeah, you've asked me a couple times over the years, and it wasn't my thing. I didn't have a social media presence. I was doing things around the community, but I didn't have my face out there. And yeah, that's kind of changed in the last
Now
year.
you do.
Now I do, and it's a whole new world for me. So I do come to you for advice on how to handle it.
Right. How's it in DC, dude? You get described all the people are like the 10-drink minimum guy.
No.
They do that to you? No.
It was one of those things where like I actually really do like just coming home, and I don't know, the thing now that we're opening up,
Yeah.
there's gonna be times like maybe I do want to get out there. Maybe I do want to like go to shows and like be in a band and maybe have like a presence.
When your plane lands in Albuquerque, it'll be like the Beatles. So like Billy's here.
I do miss those days.
Yeah. Like an old day. Well, I mean, are you gonna play more? Like, are you gonna get out and play? And
Well,
If you can.
the thing is, like, there is like one of the famous clubs here, and there was like right before COVID happened, like there was a show we really wanted to go to, and the money wasn't refunded, but we thought like, well, maybe like this will like work
Wow.
itself out like later on. But now the
It was
show's
or
back
wasn't?
on. The thing is,
No
before
shit, huh?
tickets, if you got tickets, so now that show is going to happen, and so we
Oh wait! Like a show you're playing or a show you're gonna watch?
No, I'm going to watch.
Oh,
We go to this club, and it's like 930 Club is the big thing here.
okay.
Like very famous, like Dave Grohl owns it, kind of thing.
Are you serious? Dave Grohl owns the club.
Yeah, or like
He's not from DC though, is he?
he
from
is.
DC.
Yeah,
He's from DC, and then he moved to the other Washington. That's right.
yeah. So he's
Oh.
like Dave Grohl is kind of like,
Well, goddamn, let's get him on for the second hour.
okay, let me call him up.
I'm just fucking. Billy's like, holy shit, you guys really did go up a little. No, I wish that'd be great, right?
Imagine.
He fucked up, right? Like, oh no way. Oh, I will tell a story in the second hour. I'm teasing for a second hour. I met somebody who was famous. I met their brother on Friday night.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like, and like the dude was talking to me, and I was kind of like, and he's like, do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah, I know that guy. And he's like, that was my brother. And I was like, oh, and all of a sudden I was like, I have a lot of questions. So I'll get into that. Yeah, the second hour, and then we'll definitely talk about Alex's TikTok because I think that's what we need to do. Billy, do you have anything you want to tease for people, like what they need to go? How do they go find your music?
basically just like Spotify. Just look up Bellama, I mean, really, like one of these things, like I'm trying to. I actually, we'll tease this for a second now. That I wrote my first song in like 5 years the other day,
Yeah.
just because like somebody had to like text me like every couple of weeks, like, "Hey, you want to work on this?" I'm like, yes, yes.
That's how you get Billy to write some shit.
And then so
Wanna do
one
this?
day, and of course Shelby's there to be like, just do it. And I was like, fuck, fine. And I did it, and it was like it was easy, and that's what I need to do. That's what I fucking need to do.
Yeah.
Can you find? I don't know. Like, nah. Like, go to find Bellema, BELLEMAH on Spotify.
Right.
That's the last record I put out, and that was God,
Nice.
2 years ago, 3 years
Wow.
ago.
Still go check it out. Or Black Tie.
Or Black Tie, yeah, Black Tie. And it was a Black Tie song that I co-wrote the other day, and it's good. It's good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Okay. It's coming out. People can check that shit out. Billy also will play his music at the break. We'll do that at the break. So Alex can take a tinkle.
I need to take a tickle. I need more. This is a beer or a seltzer we have, like a local seltzer that comes in a pint can.
Jesus Christ.
And just out of Alexandria. And the thing is, $17.99, but it comes in fucking pints.
Yeah. Alex, how can people find you on TikTok? What's your TikTok name?
So on TikTok, it's Alex Nicolette, AlexNicolette, or Instagram, alex.nicolette. And so, yeah, I've been trying to, been on TikTok for about a year, and then Instagram came out with, their equivalent to that, Reels. And so I'm trying to transition to that as well. But TikTok, I don't know, it's just kind of like my home now.
I love TikTok.
At Alex Neglects. Is that what you said?
Neglects, yeah. No, Alex Nicolette.
Just kidding. We've got a couple things coming up. June 5th, we are going to do a show on Saturday with Bell's Brewing once again to try to raise awareness, because Bell's is trying to raise money for the storehouse once again. Our good friend Silas Sims will be on, and we will be talking about how people can donate money to the storehouse, which are food pantries throughout New Mexico, to help people who need food pantries, people who are poor, people who are out of work, all that fun stuff. Did you just click yourself out?
Now it's frozen. I was like,
Oh, okay.
move my screen.
No, we'll fix it again.
Yeah.
What else did I have going on that threw me off for a second? Shit. There was something else happening. I don't remember now. Damn it.
We can tease it for the second hour. Things I forgot to say.
Things I forgot to say. I also do a podcast called What's Up ABQ. We have an episode coming out this next week where we talk to a woman who is a biologist that works. She worked on SARS-1. She was working on SARS-2. And she knows quite a bit about pandemics. She has a podcast called Cause of Death, or we'll go with Cause of Death. It's the one she wanted to focus on. And she does a bunch of episodes on pandemics, and it's really, it's funny because whenever we talked about the mask thing yesterday with my friends, they were like, well, what about this? And what about this? And I went and I was like, I don't know the answer to that. So I messaged her what they were throwing out, and I came back at them with facts.
Dang.
Fake that in your fact mouth. So let's come back.
SARS-3, The Reckoning.
SARS-3, The Reckoning. And it's with Dolph Lundgren and Jackie Chan. So, Billy, we're going to come back about, for you, it'd be 8:07. Is that right?
9:07.
9:07. Okay. So does that work?
That works.
Cool. Check our show out. We're live here 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. 10drinkminimum.com or facebook.com/10drink. Go on 10drinkminimum.com. It's where all of our social medias. But Billy and I and Alex are definitely drinking tonight, and you should as well. But always remember, never get
too drunk to jerk.
10drinkminimum.com. Dang, Billy got it.
There's a lag, so I don't know if it's actually going to come off as.
So what we usually do now is I'll say the first part, and then James will say the second part, and then Holly will say the third part because of the lag. But yeah,
I
works.
see.
No, that works for me. Anyway, we'll be back. All right, break, guys. Later.
touch your fire, I will be too blunt, take the world from fate to illusion now. Enter the night, bring your head attached, we can survive. I won't be too blunt, take the world from fate to illusion now. Oh, I see to her as you walk into say how did you see the air as I was looking into one touch and they all sweet as could be. Town, yes, I was lucky to touch the all sweet thing has come again. Freedom back. Visions of Fingers looking at the light switch as there was a lot going wrong. It's cost me a bar on the way to some place new. As you lay your hand just where it falls, leave the light switch on. As you switch speed back on the way to some place switch on. Light switch on, light switch on, away to something, light switch on. Light switch on, light switch on, away to something, light switch on. To find things I'm never supposed to see, try to resist desires inherent to forgiveness. You find yourself giving in.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh, we're back and we're live. It is the Billy/Wavy hour. Let me pull myself in here. Oh, there I am. God dang, so pretty. I'm just kidding. Let me pull everybody back in. Let me unmute Billy. Let me pull Alec and the stream. So Billy, how do you feel about the second hour being calling the Billy/Wavy hour?
I love it because, you know, it was one of those things where you definitely would drink, you know, first I had 3 seltzers in that first hour. Now I'm actually a little wavy. So now we get down to the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty. So we have at Alex Nicolette. Is that how you say it?
Yes, that is correct.
So you're what they call a TikTok celebrity. That light is off.
No, Chris, they're called influencers.
She's an influencer. I'm an influencer, I would say. Oh, the other direction. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Nope. There you go. Yeah. Is it? What's going on? Did you kill it? Did you break it? Anyway, there it is. I would say I'm an influencer.
Yeah. So
Good
you
point.
say,
Totally.
so you're podcast influencer. Alex is a TikTok influencer. And Alex, can I ask you about your most viral TikTok?
So actually, I want to say my most viral TikTok is probably a video I did of roasting green chili. And it was one of my first TikToks, and it was just a video down at Chili Connection off of Broadway and Mountain. Roasting green chili. And I think my comment was,
Hold on. I think Billy and I know that place very well.
I think it
Well, yeah, we please go off, but I'll give my little story about the Chili Connection. Chris actually has another story about Chili Connection.
Yeah.
But I've definitely posted a social media, I think it was like an Instagram, like just a regular post before Reels, you know.
Right.
And people liked it. It was like 100 likes. That's just, you know, pretty
That works.
But
Cool.
what's your big one? What was the chili connection?
So,
how many?
I probably want to say it was like maybe like a little over 200,000 views.
God almighty.
And I think what started like, people interacting with it is, I put, if you're from New Mexico, you can smell this video pretty
Yeah.
much, that roasting green chili.
Right.
But in the comment, I did put New Mexico green chili is greater than Colorado green chili.
Oh.
So I had people in the comments, us, New Mexicans, Puertorriqueños, we are very proud of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And so, they were like, they had that pride.
Colorado.
But I did have a lot of, I don't know, Coloradoans, whatever they're called, comments saying they
Who
had
cares?
better green chili. So I started to have like little wars in my comments.
Have they better green chili?
It's arguing that they
First of all, who do you think you are? Second of all, how dare you? Third of all, who do you think you are?
Right.
Colorado.
I don't know. Like, I can't say that I'm familiar with the rivalry, but I've never had Colorado green chili. Like, where do they
I
grow
think
that
it's
shit?
Pueblo, Colorado.
That says everything.
Go listen to the Dead Milkman Stewart about Pueblo, Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
Fart
So
noises.
yeah, that was my.
Hey, Chris. I don't know if you can hear me, but everything froze. Is it my computer? If you can hear me, I hope I'm just not talking to like you're talking while I'm talking. But I lost everything. I don't lose you guys. I can see you, but
You're gone.
yep, it looks like crashed. Oh, so I'm listening to Shelby, listening to me on the feed. So the feed still works.
It's just you.
It's just me. Well, welcome to Tenderic Minimum. It's your boy Billy Belmont, and let me tell you about DC for a bit. Did you know that? I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of some good facts about this area. I currently live in Adams Morgan, which is in the northwest part of DC. They're set up in 4 different quadrants. It's a nice area. It's like it's the neighborhood, of DC, and it's always been that way, Virginia, from what I understand. And it's a very cool neighborhood. A lot of cool little bars and bistros and cafes. It's weird having because we live in a city, but the buildings don't go above 8 stories. Isn't that weird? So you don't have once you see there are definitely skyscrapers, but they're going to be like in say Virginia, right when you cross Potomac, you'll see like just giant skyscrapers. And you'll get that all along Virginia, a lot of Maryland's. But once you hit the district, buildings are like this tall, like little away at buildings. So I live on a 7th floor, which I've never lived in a building, which I've never lived in that kind of apartment. If you live in Portales, there's always the 2-story ones that kind of look like a really shady motel. But yeah, so I live on the 7th floor. Hopefully Chris comes back, because obviously the feed's still working on the website. That's all I really have to say. Oh, so cicada apocalypse, which is going to happen. Turns out you can actually eat these bugs. And so our plan is, we've already seen like all the YouTube videos on how to prepare them. I just really hoping that they're not gooey like those grubs you see on like Lion King, like Pumbaa, would eat. So, but what I understand, they're hollow, so it's just kind of like a crunch. It's a great protein, and you kind of just actually just want that. And we caught some, froze them, and it's funny hearing myself like in a lag that my girlfriend's actually playing. So DC is gonna have Cicada Apocalypse. We actually picked some up. What's gonna happen is like there's a recipe for like, because like what you would definitely like look at as far as a YouTube video is this little cicada little bugs on a skewer, and you kind of like eat it like a shish kebab, like a cicada kebab. But I want the tacos, and I think the best route for this is definitely like deep frying them, just putting in oil, you know. That's what we're gonna do. And there's no way of like definitely treating like a bug. Like I guess you don't just take the legs off, or say you don't want the wings. No, you eat that. You eat it whole. It's gonna be kind of weird. It's really, I don't know. It's weird to have Chris not here. It was weird. I would say probably about 5 years ago when Chris was out of town and like say visiting his parents, or like you know, like eastern New Mexico or southern New Mexico, and I wanted to be the host. It's like, you know what's going to happen is it's Sunday. What's going to happen is like, you know what? I'm going to be the host. It's your host, Billy Belmont. But I chickened out at the last minute because I can't carry a show. I'm definitely one of those dudes who has the commentary and like, you know, give you like a lot of, you know, like clap back and just content, so Chris doesn't have to do all the work. I can't see myself being that person who would just run a show. Mainly I'm the guys, right? Or that's crazy. Let me tell you why, Chris. So hopefully, it'd be so fucked up if like something happened in Albuquerque right now. Like I saw the screen freeze up, and oh god, God forbid, like there'd be like a cyber attack or like some kind of attack on Albuquerque. Don't think about that, Billy.
Do your shout outs, the people you love. Do your shout outs.
Shout out to my mom. It was Mother's Day. Shout out to Shelby, my girlfriend, because she told me to do shout outs. This is so weird. I actually want to know how many people are watching. Probably 1 or 2, but
4.
4? There's 4 people watching?
Say hi to Tammy.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, Tammy, can you post something in the thread to let me know that downtown wasn't just nuked? Anyway, I wish I had my phone. I don't know where my phone is. Chris is probably texting me right now, like, let me know what's going on. Oh, actually, let me get on Facebook again. Imagine if he's like, Billy, this is what's going on. Like, why aren't you engaging? Oh, I know exactly what happened. So I'm going to leave you with this. The downtown just lost power in the neighborhood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like let you guys go. Actually, I do have to go to bed here soon. But actually, if Chris can bring this back on, I would definitely go in deep into the wavy hour. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys and just tell you that I miss Tendrick Minimum. I miss Albuquerque. Love you guys. And I am definitely going to peace out here.